Hello YouTube, Fuzzfinger here and welcome to Ni no Kuni 2, our first live stream of the sequel to Ni no Kuni, which was a game I loved very much back in the day, 2013 I played that. So I'm very much looking forward to getting into the sequel here, and I've actually already completed the first chapter. So just as a ways of introduction before we get started on the stream today, I have played through chapter 1, so we're going to be starting from chapter 2 for this stream. And I've actually done a couple of videos on chapter 1. They should be live on my channel within about half an hour or so from the time of me saying this. So please do keep an eye out on those. I am trying to go for a walkthrough as well, you see, for this game. In a similar way that I did my Final Fantasy XII walkthrough, I would like to do a Ni no Kuni 2 walkthrough to help people get the Platinum Trophy. So what that means is that as well as these live streams, I will also hopefully be doing regular uploads using the footage that I record both from these streams and just for my own playtimes as well. So then guys, I think we can get started here. And again, I'm very much looking forward to getting into this. Hello Abhijit, welcome mate, and hello Nicole.
Chapter 2, The Kingdom to Come.
So one thing I have noticed as I play through the first chapter is that the majority of the cutscenes don't have voice acting, and it's a bit of a shame really. I was hoping that there'd be a lot more voice acting than it turns out there currently is. Hello Sabrina, I think you were close Abhijit.
Huh.
You got to be pretty fast to be first though.
Yes.
So as I was saying at the start, I have got some videos coming up of chapter 1 which I've recorded. But generally, the basic idea of the story, and yes, there's minor spoilers here, but only for the first chapter, is that Roland here, who we're looking at now, he came in from another world. He was president, and he was older than he is, interestingly enough, and having teleported, or made his way here, completely out of his control by the way, he's turned into a slightly younger man, and he's met up with Evan, who was king of a place called Ding Dong Dell. But since he was so young, the locals there didn't think he was experienced enough to be king, and so they've dethroned him and kicked him out. And there is another story point that I don't want to talk about from chapter 1, because it would be a bit more of a major spoiler. So go and check my videos out if you're not able to play the game yourself when they go live. And they've just finished uploading now, so as soon as YouTube's processed them, you should be able to see them. Oh, hello Jamie and Thunder King, welcome guys. Yeah, no problem Jamie, I'm guessing a lot of people are going to be playing this game at the moment. And this is chapter 2 guys, so if you are playing it yourself, just be aware of spoilers if you haven't yet started. Don't worry Thunder King, I've actually got some videos going live soon. In fact, there's a video already on the channel showing the first 30 minutes of the game without any commentary from me as well, if you want to see that. And I will be doing a full walkthrough for this game as well, using the footage I'm recording from these live streams. So hopefully that'll help you guys if you want some tips and what have you. It's not Abhijit, no, this is a brand new game.
Kingmaker of Ding Dong Dell has recognized me as the rightful ruler of this realm. I stand before you, your new king!
Yeah! Long live the king! Long live the king! Long live the king!
I've just turned the game volume up a bit, so hopefully you can hear it a little bit more. Yes, so just to answer your question, Abhijit, I did touch on it before the cutscene started. This is a brand new game. It's a sequel to Ni no Kuni. It's only just come out, released today in fact. Okay, Jamie. Well, it's got great reviews, Abhijit. And if you like Japanese role-playing games, then I think you'll enjoy this. The combat, and you're going to see this in a moment when we head out onto the world map here, is very similar to the combat of Kingdom Hearts. It's clearly been inspired by that game, so if you enjoy Kingdom Hearts and the combat system there, you're going to love it here as well. So this is still the start of the game. Evan here, which is the small young guy on the right, we've not actually been able to control him up until this point. We've only been able to control Roland. But now we've got access to the party menu. We can actually switch our characters around and choose who it is we want to play with. So right now we stay with Evan. But one thing we can do before we go on here is activate this blue circle, and it's going to tell us about it in a moment. This is basically the fast travel system of Ni no Kuni 2.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm excited to get into it as well, Thunder King. I've only gone through the first chapter, which took about 40 minutes, and it was mostly filled with tutorials. But even so, playing through that, I could see what a great game this is going to be. And the Kingdom Builder, which is probably the main new feature of Ni no Kuni 2 that everyone's talking about, that doesn't become available until Chapter 4. So we can't have a look at that today, unfortunately. But hopefully we'll get there soon. I'm looking forward to it. Hello, Riku. Good afternoon to you. Yeah, thanks for joining us, guys, those that have stopped by in chat. I'm only streaming to YouTube today for various reasons. So, yes. Sorry guys, if you like to normally watch on not Reddit, on Twitch, then it won't be an option for this particular stream. Okay, so we can go ahead and touch this. It's basically like a waypoint or waystone. Okay, so all we need to do is hold the options menu down. In fact, we can click the options menu, and that will bring up the map of the local area that we're currently in. And if we hit it again, the options button, then that'll bring up the world map with the waystones that we've already activated. Or they're actually not called waystones, they're called trapdoors in Ni no Kuni 2. So you can see we've got Hideaway Hollow, which is the one we've just selected. It's our first one, so we can't teleport anywhere else after this point. Oh, you've just woken up, have you, Riku? Yeah, good job. You can also bring this map up just by holding the options button down. See, I'm going to go to the local map then. And now we can head out onto the world map. And the world map's interesting. It's quite a traditional world map, actually, in Ni no Kuni 2. Harkens back to the days of some of the older Final Fantasy games. And other Japanese role-playing games. To be honest, Abhijit, I'm not sure if I'd have all the answers to those questions yet. I'm generally only, like, researching the bits that I'm playing, so I don't get too many spoilers myself. So you can see on the world map, we take this kind of chibi form, and both on the world map and in combat, you can use the up and down keys to switch characters. Although, as far as I'm aware, in combat, the character you're controlling will get more experience. So since Evan is a slightly lower level at the moment, it makes sense for me to control him.
I'll do my best.
And we can use magic. And we can dodge with L1. So very similar, as I say, to Kingdom Hearts. And our other party members will control themselves. But we can, as I say, switch to them at any point. Like that. One thing you want to do is loot the enemies drop. You need to pick it up fairly quickly. Because once you've got that victory screen, you're going to be kicked out of battle. Hi guys, just checking chat. I can see a few more have joined us. Azafam, hello mate. How you doing? Good afternoon. Hiya Mary, I'm doing fine, thanks. And Sabrina, yeah it does, doesn't it? Yeah, it doesn't matter if you never played the first game actually, because this is a self-contained story. Set in the same world as Ni no Kuni 1. But it occurs about 200 years later with a completely different cast of characters. And good afternoon, Elias. Thanks for joining us. Good afternoon, good morning. Good evening, I guess, for some of you.
I'll do my best.
So, Evan is actually quite weak at the moment. Because I've only just started controlling him. So that's why I'm doing that now, to try and level him up a little bit. But we can use magic with Evan as well. as you saw in the last battle. So, for example, we can throw water. And we can target lock our enemies with the R3 button. And then you got like a second or two to grab as much item or loot as you can before the victory screen kicks you out of battle. Yeah, this game is on both PS4. Oh, it looks like the loot actually stays around after battle. PS4 and PC. You can get it on Steam as well. So before we go any further, I'm just going to sort out Evan's equipment. So we can access the menu here, and equipment and skills. I've already collected a few weapons from the first chapter. Some of which are quite potent. So this broadsword, for example, has some nice damage on it. And I think we'll go for the fiery broadsword as well. And one more. I thought I had a dark broadsword. Yeah, I have. We'll do that for dark attacks. And we'll replace his old cloak with a cloak that we're just about to loot, actually, up here. Oh, it's morning in the US, is it? Yeah, hi folks. I can see some more have just joined us. So there's a choppy old cloak. It says and choppy old cloak. I don't know if that's just a typo or what. But since choppy doesn't begin with a vowel, that should just be A. Anyway, we'll equip and choppy old cloak. Since it's got slightly better stats than the one we're using. So that first icon you can see, I'm talking about the stats there on the choppy old cloak, is physical defense. And the other icon next to it, they're both 21, is magical defense. Both of which were an improvement over our previous item. It's also a good idea while we're on the world map just to do as many enemy encounters as we can. And the reason for that is you do have to grind quite a bit in this game, as you'd expect being a Japanese role-playing game. Otherwise you can fall behind on levels compared to the enemies. And the currency is known as guilders, so every time you see me picking up guilders there, that's the actual money of the game. Oh yeah, Nicole, it was you who said you was doing that presentation, weren't you? I'm glad it went well for you then. I know he was a little bit nervous about it.
I'll do my best.
So we're still level 3 here. Roland, in my opinion, is more easy mode. You can also see that we can change weapons at any point as well. Oh, we leveled up. And we can use our 2 for that. To switch through our 3 weapons. Or whatever weapons it is that we have equipped. Oh, that's good to hear then, as a fan. Oh, there's lots of presentations being done at the moment by the sounds of it. Just a little tip for you as well, guys. As you can see, we're getting guilders, which is the money, as I mentioned. There's actually a trophy in this game you want to get. And to get it, you need to get 500,000 guilders, which is quite a lot. So, from some of the research I've been doing, people are saying it's best not to spend any money at all if you can help it at shops and stuff. You should find that just by killing enemies and collecting treasure, you get all the items that you need. So you shouldn't need to actually use your money to purchase anything anyway. But otherwise, you're going to be grinding a lot when you reach the end of the game in order to get that trophy. So if we bring up the map here, we can see where we need to head to. And the world's quite big, as you can see. So this is the objective we're going towards. No, you can't, Abhijit. At least if you can, there's no way that I'm... well, there's no... I don't know how to do it, so I don't think there is anyway. But yeah, once you've used that speed up function of Zodiac, you want every game to have it, don't you? So yeah, it seems you can ignore my previous point of having to get the items quickly, since they do drop on the map afterwards. Hi, Sorrows. Oh, I'm not that lucky. I don't get any game sent to me. So just to clarify again, the party member you're not controlling will still get experience, but they get less experience than the main party member that you're currently in control of throughout the battle. You can also swap leader from the party menu.
Careful, everyone.
Yeah, like I was saying, guys, if you're familiar with Kingdom Hearts, then you'll know this kind of gameplay. It looks like we've got a pair of rare boots or something then as well. We'll have a look at those afterwards. Yeah, it does, doesn't it, Abhijit? Well, the level up system just begins straight away, really. I'm currently level 4, I think, or level 5 on Roland and level 3. Oh, sorry, level 6 on Roland and level 4 now on Evan. We've leveled up. So let's just go over to equipment here. This is chapter 2, by the way, guys. And, yeah, we've got some nice boots. Look at those. Dusk-proof whirlwind boots. A substantial increase to both physical defense and magical defense. And a boost to dark resistance as well. Yeah, I've not played the Tales games, actually, so I can't really compare it to that. A lot of people do keep asking me to play them, and I do want to play Tales of Bistaria, is it, or something? The latest one, I think. But I've not got to it just yet.
Here goes nothing.
So when you level up as well, you get fully healed, which is a bonus. Right, so I'm just going to check on the map here, because I'd like to get any treasures that are hidden out of the way. And then we can have a look to see if there's any items we've looted recently. So most of your loot is going to just come from killing enemies, but there's plenty scattered all over the place as well in chests and in sparkles on the ground. A lot of the loot, by the way, is random in terms of what you get. Although one thing I'm not sure of is whether it's random from treasure chests. But a lot of the sparkly stuff on the ground does tend to give you random stuff. Okay, so we've got a lot of weapons there. Right, so we've been over there. I can see by the fact that we've got an open chest. That's actually the start. So the monsters actually respawn. Since even where we've already been killing them, they're still there. So you can avoid the enemies just by not running into them if you don't want to grind or if you don't want to fight them. But occasionally they will see you as well. And by the way, guys, there's a ton of side quests in this game.
Oh, what did I ever do to you, I ask? Oh, my goody goodness. Oh, you rotten devil of a thing, you.
Evan, come on.
One thing I have noticed that's not, well, not yet anyway, that I've seen in Ni no Kuni 2, is the hand-drawn anime cutscenes. Everything seems to be just part of the game engine. Well, I didn't actually read that. Some monsters can fly, making them tricky first deal with. It won't be possible to hit them with regular attacks while they're in the air. They'll need to be brought low with mid-air attacks, which can be performed by unleashing a regular melee attack while jumping. Okay, makes sense. And range attacks on guns, etc. can also be useful.
Come on!
Okay, so we're going to target this guy. And let's hit him with a spell. And while he's on the ground, we'll lay on the melee damage. And this guy's level 9 with a red text, which means he's tough. Just something to be aware of. He's a higher level than we are.
Ah! It's coming back!
I'm not sure actually, Elias. I've not heard that he is. But maybe. That's possible.
See my little lovelies, can you? Why not have them lend you a hand?
So, hey, here we're getting introduced to the Higgledies. And there's many different Higgledy types in the game. I think there's over 100 versions of the Higgledies. And each type will do a different ability in battle. So we can go up to them and press X. I think they have to be flashing though.
Oi!
So what we're going to do now is equip another weapon. Okay, I think when they're flashing we can use them.
I'm counting on you!
Yeah, that's brought him down. Oh, both switched. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, super chat. That's awesome. Thank you, dude.
Excuse me?
Yeah, happy Friday to you as well, mate.
Oh my.
Thank you, Rump. And welcome, by the way, mate. I never noticed you'd come onto the stream. And hello to those others that have joined us as well recently. So this is Ni No Kuni 2, we're in Chapter 2. And we're still learning some of the game mechanics. The game is introducing everything to us
Righto.
progressively, which is helpful. And we've just been introduced to the Higgledy system, which is a very complex system we can use in battle, which will allow us with all various forms of tactics. I'll try and be quiet for the cutscene though.
Dear, that's another one now. Thanks ever so much.
So basically, all these different coloured Higgledies you can see have different abilities in battle. And they'll group up around the battlefield, and when they flash, we can go and use them for extra effects, depending on what colour they are. But they're not just for battle either. They're also useful outside of battle, such as getting you into secret areas and stuff.
Oi! Well now.
Yeah, you'll find a lot of that in this game as a fan. It's got that sort of style to it, hasn't it? Yeah, see you later, Thunder King. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great weekend yourself.
Certainly.
Thank you.
Runtable the Righteous has decided to join us on our adventure. Okay, that's interesting. So I guess he'll be helping us out and stuff as we go along on the battlefield. Just check if there's anything else to do around here. We can speak to some of these guys. Oh my goodness. Right, anything up here? There's a door, but we can't go through it. I'm just trying to explore, make sure we don't miss anything. Okay, we'll have a look at that later. For now, let's head back outside. Yeah, there's 4 elements. You're right. Yeah, see you later, Sabrina. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, we've got another blue thing here, a tripdoor they're called. So I'll go ahead and activate it. Which is Aunt Martha's cottage tripdoor. And so now, I believe we hold options down. Yeah, we can actually teleport around the place, look. Between these 2 locations. Aunt Martha's cottage, which we just collected, and the hideaway hollow, which we collected earlier on. So we can continue now making our way over to the next destination. And these other items we're picking up are ingredients. So there's some tougher enemies by the looks of it as well. This is a red enemy. Again indicating it's quite hard.
Here goes nothing.
So we need to be careful. But hopefully the experience rewards should be better as well. And there's the Higgledies, but we didn't get to use them. The white element, I believe it's some kind of ice attack, but I could be wrong on that. I need to check, because some of these Higgledies aren't necessarily element Higgledies, but they do other things such as debuffing the enemy or buffing the party or healing the party. So I need to check exactly what the different Higgledies are doing. So I'm just grabbing these treasure chests as we go here as well. Yeah. I don't know, those Higgledies might keep you up when you're trying to sleep at night. I reckon those Higgledies will be selling a lot of plushies, won't they? And there's a guy up there that doesn't look too friendly. Like a dragon thing. I get the feeling we want to be avoiding him for the moment. But the level 9s we can seemingly take on. Yeah, I saw that dragon. Might go and investigate it if we can. If we can get up there, we might not be able to. Right, let's move out of the way a sec. So we can't use these Higgledies yet because they're not glowing. They are glowing now, but... You think that's the last boss, do you? Up there? Right, let's see what's in the chest. A pair of detox simple slippers. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's go around killing all these enemies wearing some slippers. Perhaps we can give those to what's his face. R2. Yep, they are a boost for him. What else have we got? Yeah, I'll probably get absolutely slaughtered as well if I try and kill him. Can I save my game out in the wild? Let's have a look. I don't know if I can. Party items, quests, system menu. Oh yeah, I can look. So we can save anywhere when we're not in a dungeon. So let's save at this point in case anything untoward should happen to us, which could very well be possible. Level 50. I think I've got about as much chance of taking that guy down as I have in completing Bloodborne. Let's grab this. Ooh, a burning ring. I think it's because I was able to sneak past that guy, so we've been able to get that loot. I will battle them though too, please everybody in chat. And you can watch me get absolutely slaughtered, but I do want to save my game before we do that. Slightly increases fire damage. Okay, it's not a great ring. So let's go ahead and save once more. Since we got that ring. What would you prefer though, Elias? Those sandals from Comrades or some detox slippers? Stop your feet from sweating, maybe. Oh, we can actually enter battle against it.
Careful, everyone.
Oh, I'll just dodge his attacks, look. Let's throw some water at it. It won't like water, will it? Hey, we did damage to it before it killed us.
Roland!
Ooh, Higgledy action. So those Higgledies form a cannon and blast the boss. And what a surprise, we got obliterated, which is exactly why I saved my game. Yeah, level 50 enemy. I did just want to keep chat happy. I know you all wanted me to go and get slaughtered by taking on that guy. So there you go. Oh dear, I can't jump down here, and that's where I saved. I thought I'd be able to jump straight back down again. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's okay, he's gone. He's gone. Yeah, poor Roland. He's only just come into this world, and all of a sudden he's dead. Now these are more our level.
I need your help.
The best strategy is to use magic and to avoid him for a long time. I reckon you probably could do him as a fan. But I don't want to take up the whole stream on like a 2.5 hour boss fight. But maybe I'll give it a go and do a video on it. And then I can speed it up. If I manage to do it. Although I get the feeling I wouldn't. So let me just check my levels now. Level 6 and level 7. So we've gained a couple of levels, which is nice. Just check around here for any other chests. I am taking the long way, guys. I'm aware of that. We need to go over that bridge. But that's mostly because I'm trying to go ahead and level up as we go. And just loot any other items that might be around this place. Oh yeah, suicide runs are really fun, aren't they? Unless you forget to save before you do them. Then they're no fun at all. What I'm not sure of is what the level cap is in Ni no Kuni 2. I'm suspecting it's higher than 50 though. I'm guessing later on, once we're really powered up, that dragon boss fight might be quite trivial for us.
You ready for this?
Yeah, you'd probably absolutely get like a ton of experience for killing it, Abhijit. And so by taking on that one challenge and succeeding, you could actually trivialise the rest of the game, couldn't you? So by the way guys, the 2 party members we're using at the minute are just the start of our party. There'll be several more party members we recruit on the adventure as we go through later.
Come on!
I haven't used a whole lot of magic with Evan so far, but I haven't really needed to. Since you do have to cast it. You can charge magic, by the way, rather than just hitting the cast button. And it will cost more MP, but it will do substantially more damage. So that's something worth noting. So let me try and show you that if I can. We'll target somebody. And watch how I use a lot more MP then, but do a lot more damage. So MP are the blue crystal orbs that you can see above my health bar at the top. And you can replenish your MP by collecting the orbs that replenish it in the battlefield, or just by using physical attacks. Yeah, see you later, Azafam. Have a great weekend, mate. Thanks for stopping by this afternoon. It's good chatting to you. And there's a chest over here, so we'll go and pick that one up.
Watch your backs.
Ah, level 7 now. So should we switch over to Roland for a little bit? Yeah, definitely, Elias. I think that's because Studio Ghibli created the first game and they are just masters of their craft anime content. They do a lot of movies. Now, they haven't developed or, you know, co-developed Ni no Kuni 2. But I think the developers have taken a lot of inspiration of what they did with the first game. And don't forget, guys, a little tip for you. You need to get 500,000 guilders for a trophy. So you want to try and avoid spending it throughout the game at all costs. Most of the items that you're going to want to use will come from drops anyway. So there's no need to go shopping all that much. Otherwise, you'll be doing so much grinding in order to get that trophy. Right, there's a treasure over there, but I'm not sure how we can get to that one just yet. So there will be more options for travelling around the world map quicker later on as well. But obviously this is just the start of the game, which is why we're just having to run here as chibis. And we'll just grab all the shinies. Oh, there's a grotto here, which isn't actually where we need to go at the moment. I'm not even sure if we can go inside, can we? Yes, we can. There might be a thing for us to grab on the floor, if the enemies aren't too hard. Level 9s. So, when you're in a dungeon, it works a little bit differently than the world map, because we're not in chibi form. So we can literally go up to an enemy and start slashing at it straight away, without having to go through a battle loading screen. So the combat itself is identical, but how you initiate combat is just that little bit different. So that's a save point, you can see up there. Oh, we've still got enemies. We'll grab the loot and stuff. Oh, we got a pendant. We'll check that out in a moment. And enemies in dungeons will respawn as well, but you need to move quite a far distance from the place where you've encountered and killed them in order to get them to do so. So let's just have a look here. We can go to equipment and skills. There it is, the Breeze Guard Pendant. Boosts wind resistance. Oh, we've got a new Wizard's Wand. I guess it paid coming in here then. So we can actually give this to Evan. And this is, if I go over to Evan here, classed as a ranged weapon. So it's not one of his 3 weapons we summon as melee weapons in combat. So the magic wand here. I didn't even realise we picked up the Spellcaster's Shell. It always is worth just going to your weapons every now and then to see what you've been collecting. Because as you're spamming through loot and picking it all up on the battlefield and stuff, you can get some nice items without noticing. However, the Damp Wizard's Wand we've just collected is the best of them. So we can heal up at a save point as well as save, of course. And it's not a massive place, this isn't, unless I'm missing something. So maybe we can just have a quick run around before we carry on. Outside. It looks like there's something in the centre. I'm not sure what that is, actually. Let's just grab the stuff from the outskirts first of all. And we'll see what's through here. Or what this is. It looks like a door, doesn't it? The strange door gives off an eerie aura. But we can't open it as it's locked tight. Okay. So we'll be coming back here later on. But at the very least, we've got a new wand for... what's-his-face. For Evan there. So it always pays to explore, doesn't it? No, people are probably just chilling, Abhijit. Probably doing work or browsing the internet or something. It tends to happen. And then just kind of listening to the stream in the background. That's, you know, often what I do anyway when I'm watching live streams. Yeah, that's it, Nicole. I didn't realise you could jump on the world map. Yeah, I did, because we jumped up to that dragon, didn't we? Okay, so we've explored that grotto, got a new weapon. Now we can continue on towards the quest objective here. And these enemies are actually starting to get a bit weak for us now, really, aren't they? We're like double their level at this point. Look at that, nice and easy. Looks like there's something over there, is there? Oh, it's just trees. I can see the coloured bush from the distance. I'm just going to try and avoid these enemies now for the purposes of the stream. But that wasn't happening. We got a surprise attack. That's not happened before. I guess it's when they catch you from behind. So assuming that you can get surprise attacks by the enemy then, I'm going to say that you can probably get surprise attacks against the enemy if you sneak up against them, perhaps. Hello, Arbushy. You having a busy morning, are you, mate? Right, there's a village or something over there. Oh, there's another blue sparkly thing, a tripdoor on the floor.
Careful, everyone.
I like the fact you get so many enemies on the battlefield. You can have a real hack and slash feel, can't you, to the combat. We've got a dangerous cutlass, so that might be a better weapon from the weapons we're using. Let's have a look. So, Roland's already using a cutlass. Oh, there it is. It's actually not as good as the one he's currently using. So there is a random element to the stats as well on weapons when you loot them. And some of these enemies now are really high level again, so we need to be careful. Let's try and use the Higgledies when they charge up. They'll fire their cannon around them. You've not heard of it, have you, Arbushi? I think a lot of people haven't, actually. I was surprised how many people hadn't actually heard of Ni no Kuni, the first game, when I was talking about the sequel so much. But yeah, if you like Japanese role-playing games and you can put up with the cute factor, then there's a lot of fun to be had with the Ni no Kuni series. Right, so there's our next fast travel option. I'm not sure if we're supposed to be going over here yet. It might be worth exploring. Yeah, we're not allowed to go. Oh, it's Ding Dong Dell. So that's where we actually came from. But we came from the sewers of it. So we'll continue heading towards the quest marker at this point. I think we've explored most of the stuff we can see and do now on the world map. Yeah, when they go question marker, it means they're giving up the chase. To see how far away we are, we're nearly there. There could be a few more chests around up there, but for the purposes of the live stream, since we've spent quite a bit of time on the world map already, I'm just going to head over now to the objective marker. Hello, Sebastian. Yeah, this is the PS4 version. So just to clarify, guys, you can get this on Steam as well if you don't have access to a PS4, or if you just prefer to get the Steam version. Right, Cloudcoil Canyon. This is the first time we've come to this area. Not that I'm aware of, Abhijit, no. You could in Ni no Kuni 1, but the whole familiar system and being able to summon enemies in that way is not part of the sequel. It's been replaced with the Higgledy system that we've already just been getting introduced to. So we'll just save. Obviously, save points are great for grinding as well because they heal you up, which is always a bit of a bonus, isn't it?
Hey.
Okay, here's another trapdoor. There's lots of trapdoors located around the place. So basically now, guys, if we go to the waypoint menu here, we can see all these other places we've been collecting the trapdoors for. So this is the one we just got, Cloudcoil Canyon, but we can teleport to any of these whenever we want to do so now, in the areas we've already visited. So that's why it's worth exploring the map as well. What's that? Sorry, Elias. You know the people didn't like the familiar system in the first game. Yeah, I think a lot of people, by the time Ni no Kuni had come out in 2013, had just been burned out on that kind of like Pokemon style of gameplay. Which is one of the reasons why I think they haven't brought it back here in the sequel, to try something new. So we've got a chest over here, we'll grab that. 300 guilders. How can we see how much money we've got? Oh, it's up there in the top right corner, 1,367. Oh, we can speak to these for items. Steak dinner. Now, what a kind Higgledy. So going off memory, I think the items are similar to what they were in Ni no Kuni 1.
Well now.
Right, now, interestingly, this is a merchant. Again, I don't recommend purchasing the normal items because they're trying to save up for the trophy, which is 500,000 guilders. I forgot what the currency was called then. But there might still be something interesting here I want to show you.
Oh.
Hey.
He's got like some alpaca thing next to him as well, hasn't he? I've not really noticed that myself, Arbushy. I haven't really noticed the music, to tell you the truth, until you mentioned it. Well, that's a pretty decent discount, isn't it? Okay, a Leaf Book Viewer.
Thank you.
Farewell.
Right, so what I'm going to do now, assuming we get control of our party members, let me just read this a sec. It's an information sharing service, yada 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 yada. Okay. Alright, okay. So is this like an online thing? Or is it just purely based in the story? We can press L3 here. Okay, so it looks like it's just story stuff. And it gives us some information of what's going on. Maybe some tips and that of where we'll find... Oh, right, okay. We do get comments though by the looks of it. I'm not sure if this is online or not, you know, I can't tell. I don't think it is. Yeah, they're too devoted to the story for this to be online. Oh yeah, I suppose if you've got the sound on Arbushy but not the actual video itself, then you're going to notice it more, aren't you? Right, here's what I want to show you then, guys. If you speak to this merchant, I believe he's going to be the first merchant you encounter. Although you can do this at any merchant.
Welcome.
We should be able to access all of the DLC content that you get from pre-ordering the game. Yeah, here we go. And you can purchase it for a guilder each. So there's a Cloud Cutter, a Siren Saber, Jade Katana, Greening Glaive, Bleeding Edge, and a proper tidy ring. I'm not sure if you can buy multiples of these or not. But let's go ahead and purchase at least one of each. I'll sort out the equipment later. Okay, it looks like one of each because it's disappeared here. And the proper tidy ring.
Let's see if we have what you're looking for. Please come again.
So I will probably sell some of the weapons as well we're not using in a moment, but let's go ahead and just sort our equipment out here. So if we head over to Roland, since he's more melee oriented, whereas Evan tends to use magic and what have you. Yeah, the music does feel quite loud. It does to me as well, even over the game sounds and stuff. So some of this stuff has some really nice damage on it, look. The Bleeding Edge increases MP use and ability damage. So we could probably give that to Evan, couldn't we? This makes critical hits more likely, so we'll give him the Jade Katana. The Siren Saber. Chance of putting foes to sleep. That sounds interesting. Okay, we'll keep that one as well for Evan because it's another MP one. Dark Brawler. That wasn't one of the ones we just got, was it? This is a gun we've just looted somewhere and I didn't notice, I think. And we can also use the Proper Tidy Ring, which greatly boosts experience earn. That's interesting. Okay, so that's a DLC item from pre-ordering, I think. And it's an experience booster. So let's go ahead and equip that and we'll see what difference that makes to our levels. If it's too OP, I might unequip it so that I don't get too far ahead. It's more bushy, I think, because it's only like 1 guilder each, just the way you access it, if that makes sense. But yeah, technically you do have to purchase it in-game. So we'll give Evan the weapons that we didn't give to Roland there. The Green Ling Glaive. And the Cloud Cutter was the last one, wasn't it? Huge damage boost when health is low. Slight damage boost versus fairy monsters. So we've got some good stat increases there. Just check there's no other better ones. Nope. Give him the one that... Oh no, that's right. And we'll just sell the other stuff as well that we're not using now.
Welcome.
Yeah, that's very true, Abhijit. Pistols are great for flying monsters, as well as magics as well. And we'll just sell most of this stuff now. I'll keep that other broadsword because it's a blue one, which means it's rare. But all this white stuff will sell. I'll probably sell the blue one at some point. Okay, I think that's pretty much everything.
Let's see if we have what you're looking for.
Yeah, good idea, Abhijit.
Please come again.
It depends what the hit chance is as well, I think, doesn't it? Of that sleep attack. But let's go ahead and equip... Let me just see which one it was, I can't remember, that does sleep. Jade Katana does critical hits, and the Siren Saber does sleep. So I've got the Siren Saber equipped now. Let's just save our game once more. And then we'll move on. Are you going to get this game, are you, Abhijit? So these are the DLC weapons we're using at the moment. So stat-wise, there was a slight improvement on the normal weapons we found up until this point. But more importantly than that, they have other effects. So Roland, for example, should be levelling up more. And that spell that Evan just unleashed absolutely slaughtered that first enemy. What I want to see is how the experience gained from the Proper Tidy Ring is affecting Roland. I can't see exactly how we can see how much experience they need per level to judge that, though. Okay, we can actually level up our Higgledies. I'll have to read this later. I don't want to read too much on stream. But I do need to catch up on that stuff. I can't see how much experience these guys need. Again, something I'll explore later on, I think. Okay, Abhijit. Yeah, I hope it goes well for you, mate.
Come on!
Yeah, levelled up, look, with our new ring. Now, it's only going to affect one person at a time, this proper tidy ring with its XP bonus. But we can just swap it around the characters and stuff as we use them.
Oh my!
Right, what was that plant thing we were looking at, and where is it? Okay, not much we can do with it. There is something we can do with plants later on, you see. But I don't know if it's those kind of plants or something else. Oh, we got a Blunder Blaster. I'll see if that's an improvement for Roland. Yeah, Dana, I'm definitely going to be getting the Platinum Trophy. Well, that's a bit, you know, jumping the gun a bit. I'm definitely going to try and get the Platinum Trophy. I've heard it's not too bad, this one. It's one of the easier Platinum Trophies to get. You can do it all on a single playthrough, which is always a good bonus, in my opinion. Okay, so the Blunder Blaster's not as good. Although it does increase wind damage. I'm not sure, actually, Wes. I've not noticed that myself. Maybe it's because his model is smaller. It kind of looks like he is. Ah, there's a big dude up here. Let's see if we can put him to sleep. Let's target him. And he's down. That wasn't too bad. He looked harder than he ended up being, actually. I don't think so, Abhijit. No, I think it's single player only. Yeah, one day, Elias, you might have that. You can always dream, can't you? You can always dream. Basically, Wes, they're pre-order bonuses. And as soon as you can access a merchant in the game, which you can in this area, you've just missed us do that, then you can purchase all of the DLC items for 1 guilder each. I'm going to make a video, actually, guys, after this stream, just to help those of you that weren't, well, not you guys, but those that haven't watched this stream, just how you can purchase the DLC stuff, because I've seen a lot of people asking about it on Reddit and stuff, how they access their pre-order items, so I'll make a video on that. Yeah, hopefully, Dana. I'm looking forward to getting it. Oh, we can't jump down there. I'm not sure if this place is classed as an area or a dungeon, but it's got a kind of dungeon feel to it. Hey, Don, thanks for subscribing on YouTube.
I'll do my best.
I haven't actually got to dodge a whole lot when I've got this DLC stuff equipped because we just do so much damage and we heal up from the stuff that gets dropped on the battlefield. Oh, okay, I know what this spinning plant is now. It's just clicked. I don't know if we can use this one yet. if you've got the right Higgledy, they can use these plants to boost you up to a higher area. But at the moment we haven't, so we can't. Roger, hello mate. Good afternoon to you, thanks for joining us. Have I ever played Blue Dragon or Lost Odyssey? I've dabbled a little bit in Blue Dragon, but I couldn't really get into that. Lost Odyssey, on the other hand, I completed that game 100%. I absolutely loved it. I would recommend it. It's been a long time since I played it. I can't remember it as much as I'd like to. But I had a lot of fun with it for sure. I guess we're going up there. Can we go down here yet? Yes, we can. Just to grab some of these treasures. So these sparkly treasures, guys, these do respawn all the time. And it is random what you get from them. Usually not a lot. But since you only have to run through them, it doesn't hurt to grab them anyway. Right, let's just carry on going the way we were going now. Ah, there's another chest up there. I'm not sure how I missed that one. We'll go and pick it up before we move on. The problem with these Sparkies is I just want to get them all. Even though they don't usually have anything good in them. A baby buckler. Right, somebody doesn't have a necklace yet, so they can make use of that. It's Evan. Okay, we'll give him that. It slightly improves physical defence. Or the Hearty Pendant, which nobody's got equipped, increases health. Hey, Jaycon, thanks for following on Twitch. I'm not actually streaming on Twitch at the moment. So, sorry about that, guys. Only on YouTube. I can't seem to remember how to get my gun to shoot. Well, let's switch over to Evan for a bit, shall we? We've been controlling Roland for quite a while now. I'll just see which of these weapons I want to use in battle. Increases MP and ability damage, that's good. Increases the amount of MP restored, also good. When we attack, that means. And huge damage boost when HP is low. Let's use the Bleeding Edge, shall we? No, we'll use the one we are using. I don't think we need extra damage from spells, but extra MP from attacks is always a bonus. I don't remember the controls being annoying in that game, Arbushi. I do remember there was some issues with the loading times, but it has been a while since I've played it. What is this thing? Do you know what? I think I'm supposed to be using my Higgledies more. I'm not sure if they're going to be levelling up with them not being used. I need to check that out. Another dangerous blunder blaster. Have you got this game, have you now, Roger? He'd probably be sad that there was no pretty princess with him. And so just go and look for one. Let me have a look at that weapon we just collected. Oh, it is actually a bit of an increase. So we'll go ahead and equip that. There was actually another weapon there, Brawler. Oh, we'll keep the one on we've got. Ah, there's another blue thing up there. So we can just teleport between all of these. They're called something doors. And we can grind up in various areas or head back to various areas. So we can just click here. And then we can choose the ones that we've already found. We haven't found the last one yet. Did that save then? Oh no. Oh, sorry, I was reading chat as well. Yeah, I've heard the music in this game. I was just reading about it actually after Arbushi mentioned it. The soundtrack is only 12 minutes long. I saw a post about it on Reddit. I'm not sure what that's about. That doesn't sound right to me, but that's what it says. That the soundtrack is only 12 minutes. That the music they've got is epic and awesome, but there's only 12 minutes of song, which doesn't sound right at all. So if we're going to learn the Higgledy ability that gets us up these places, then we might have to go back to that last one and see what was up there. Oh, great, Roger. Well, I'm in Chapter 2 at the moment, and it's been a lot of fun. Just don't forget to pick up your pre-order bonuses in-game. You get them the first time you visit a merchant. A lot of people have missed it. Right, he wants us to go that way. And the objective marker is telling us to go this way as well. R1 to shoot. I think you have to be in combat though. Do you mean like the giant dragon thing, Wes? Welcome back, Abhijit. There was a giant dragon thing, and yes, I saved my game, and then we went over to see what it was all about. It was level 50, and made mincemeat of us. It one-shot both characters, both party members.
Hello.
Yeah, it could be Elias. Oh my, I feel like I'm watching In the Night Garden.
Oh.
Important item acquired. You obtained a mouldy old twig. That sounds very important. I haven't played this one enough, I don't think, yet, Mary. I'm literally like only about 2 or 3 hours in. And I don't actually remember the first game all that well as I would like to. But I get the feeling, based upon some of the different features and that I've experienced so far, and the Kingdom Builder, which I'm really looking forward to getting into, although it doesn't become available until Chapter 4, that I might actually prefer this one. I'm disappointed, I think, that there's not a whole lot of voice acting. There seems a lot less than there was in the first game, anyway. We learned the Wind Whipper spell. Okay, just check there's nothing else hiding here. This is where the Higgledies are going to be used when we're not actually in combat, which is something I mentioned earlier. They're not simply for combat.
Gosh.
Oh, yeah. I don't think you're supposed to kill those, Wes. I actually got a game over on those enemies until I figured out that they do turn around and you have to avoid them. New posts are available to read. So, devotees, is this what's just come up? Ding Dong Dad are in for a treat as the new king gets ready to forge a king's boss. The new king's a bit of a baddie, to be honest with you. He's dethroned Evan, who should be the king. I want to see the comments. There we go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is all what the game has typed, as in what the developers of the game have typed. It's not like online or anything. Yeah, I think you have to, don't you, Roger? You have to speak to everyone. Right, let's go ahead and use this. Oh, you have to actually skillfully use it, do you? There we go. A pair of gust-proof whirlwind boots. I guess we can go ahead and see what they're about before we continue on here. We're already wearing some on Evan. I think Roland will be sad to lose his slippers. But hey, with those stat increases, he's just going to have to put up with it, I'm afraid. And nothing else we can do up here? Nope. So now we need to go back to one of the other plants, by the looks of things. And we have got the objective marker telling us to do that as well. And it's just down there. But before we do that, I'm just going to see. I think there might have been another one. Maybe we can go and explore for a second. There's a sparkly up there as well. Is there a plant that will take us up there? Yeah, there is. Look, you can get to secret areas. We've got an iron nugget. I'm just going to ignore those enemies for the time being. And we've got a chest up here. Is there any way to get up? No.
Come on.
Don't we have to kill these guys? I can see another plant though for us to get. Right, Vernon, take care of that one. Oh yeah, blue chests. I have read about those, Wes. You need keys or certain things to unlock them, but you can't do that until I think chapter 4 or 5. So you have to try and just remember whereabouts they're located, and you'll come back later then. So this is just a secret area by the looks of things that'll just take us around to grab some extra items.
Come on.
There you go, look. They're actually a lot easier than they look, those guys. Right, anything up here? Yeah, a treasure chest. I'll just call them chests from now on, for short. A queasy cutlass. Yeah, what are the chances of that, Arbushy? There's hundreds of side missions in this game, Abhijit. But yeah, they just get unlocked as you progress through, I think. So at the moment, the game's more focused, I think, on just teaching us how to actually play. I've got a feeling that this queasy cutlass isn't going to be as important as the items we've collected from the DLC. So I won't bother with it. It's one of the problems with DLC content, isn't it? Is that the actual in-game items then that you would normally feel rewarded by generally are less impressive and not necessary. That's definitely true in Final Fantasy 15 Royal Edition and Windows Edition. Some of the items you start with as part of the DLC just outweigh pretty much anything else you get in the game for ages. Yeah, Higgledies they are, Roger. Oh, okay, Roger. Good to know, thank you. So they level up from upgrades and stuff, do they? Yeah, it must do, Wes. And I don't have my characters being sick, which is why I haven't equipped it on them. Yeah, we'll go ahead and save progress here. Alright guys, I actually need to take a break at this point, unfortunately. I need to get some work done. And I want to edit some of this footage we've recorded now into some helpful little videos for people that weren't around for the stream. So I want to make a quick video on how to access the DLC content. And I might just speed up some of this footage that we've recorded to guide people around the world map and into this dungeon as well. So I've got quite a bit to get on with. I should be streaming again, hopefully later, if not tomorrow. By which point I might have made some more progress, so feel free if you've got the game to, you know, play along and get ahead so as to avoid spoilers on these streams. Obviously, if you're not playing, don't care about spoilers, and that's not a big problem. Just come and join us whenever I do go live. But yeah, thanks for stopping by today, guys. It's been fun, and I'm looking forward to continuing on with the game from here. We'll see what's up there, can't we? Just checking that. Yeah. All right then, guys. Yeah, thanks everyone. Yeah, see you later, Arbushi, Abaji, and Rump. Yeah, thanks, Elias. Wes. Don't forget, guys, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. I should be putting out quite a bit of Ni no Kuni 2 content as well. So, thanks for your support if you do subscribe. I appreciate that. Yeah, goodbye, everyone. I'm finishing off the stream.